Now I invite for the one more feather in cap for this organizing society of Cuticon. We have started a new oration award first time in the history of Cuticon, and this time none other than Dr. Dinesh Mathur sir. He is one who deserves everything. Oration is a little thing for him. May I invite Dr. Dinesh Mathur sir to speak about his journey in dermatology. Dr. Dinesh Mathur sir, please.
Well, thank you very much.
Good morning, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, the organizers, Dr. Kachawa, Dr. Abhishek, sir, Dr. Saurabh, and all the team, Rajasthan and team Jodhpur, to organize such an excellent program. First of all, I congratulate Dr. Gyaneshwar Kalla Sahib and Dr. Amal Khatri Sahib for their honor. We are really lucky to have with us you all senior people. And then I just acknowledge our chairpersons. I can see Dr. Agarwal and Dr. U.S. Agarwal and Dr. Dilip Kachawa, who has given me this opportunity to speak over this. Let me first ask me, I do not know how much time I have to speak. It is 11:45. How much time I have been given? Am I audible?
It's your stage, sir, but till 12:10, sir.
Fine, 12:10. So I prepared it around 40 minutes, but anyway. So anyway, let me first start. Let me start quickly in the sense so that 12:10. Let me first. Fine. So I have kept the topic of my oration as a resolutions and rewards of my life, and resolutions and rewards of my life. So let me start with the prayer. I believe in God and I pray daily for shower of blessings, and I am thankful to Almighty God for all my success and everything. And first of all, I pray to Lord Ganpati and the Pratham Puja, and I acknowledge my parents who brought up me in this world and who brought up my life. And I am also thankful to my wife who stood with me in all struggles of life. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. And let me start my journey from 1951. This is Bikaner, where I was born, and just behind this fort, there's my uncle. They used to, my Nanaji used to stay over there. So, and that was also a coincidence that I got all my 2 promotions of dermatology associate professor in 1991 after 40 years of my life, and head of department of dermatology and professor in 1996. I got all these 2 promotions over there. So let me start with my journey from my childhood. In childhood, I was in Tonk, Kota, Jhunjhunu. But as a very small child, I just do not remember much. But the things which I do remember were seen through the child's eyes. And that has made me the person that I am today. And I will also have these memories with me. It is very funny how as a child you look at the things, memories formed during childhood, the functions to guide you the present behavior. Childhood memories are qualitatively and quantitatively different from the adolescent memories. That is why I put my grandchildren's photos on that. And this was my primary schooling. That was at Alwar, and I could find the photo of my primary school where we used to study sitting on the ground. And so that gives them working memories, and working memories, they are formed in the prefrontal cortex, and executive functioning of skills are very important. I'm trying to give the messages with each and every slide of mine, and the achievements are even more important than the IQ level, and they are not taught in the classrooms. That was my high schooling. So this is what I remember, and I found the photographs on the net, and they are impregnated on my mind. The Saraswati temple where I used to go, the Shiv Ganga, and the gliding club where just behind it we used to live. That was my father's house. Government accommodation was there in the Pilani. And there was a gliding club and this Birla High School where I studied, and I liked so much of my schooling that I got my son also to study at Pilani, who is right now, he's an assistant professor in Government Dental College over here in Jaipur. So these prospective memories, they carry out an action in your later life. They are responsible for planning, inhibition of anticipation, and self-imitation of actions and self-monitoring. So we love them, care them for that. Now starts my college life. In college life, luckily and incidentally, I was at Jodhpur in 1965. In 1965, that was the year of Pakistan bombardment. So when I went from Pink City to Sun City, it was almost, there was a blast of more than 200,000 pounds of bombs which were dropped at Jodhpur. And this was the jail hospital which was which was bombarded over there.
Hello.
Right. And then came 1968 to 1973. At that time, we were used to over here without any
I know Dr. Dinesh Mathur for the last 50
This
years.
is, I asked my teacher,
When
one
I
of
came
Dr.
to
R.L. Ajmera,
in 1969,
who speak
he was
about
already
me.
first MBBS.
So can you listen
I've
his
seen
voice?
him as a student and then as a
Is
colleague.
it audible, his voice?
He's a wonderful person. He's liked by
You are audible. Ashish, Navneet, troubleshoot करिए ये आवाज जरा drop करिए.
a good clinician, a good organizer, and a very good social person. He has made a good name in his specialty. When he was additional principal in SMS,
Navneet,
I had some personal work.
Yes, sir.
So wonderful.
आवाज कहाँ से play आ
Sir,
रही है?
actually, this is from his helpfulness and respect
Anyway,
for the seniors.
this was a recording thing, and if it is not audible,
recording run by
let
Dinesh
me
Mathur, sir.
please
I
stop.
understand. Good luck.
I'll say that from 1968 to 1973, I was there at SMS Medical College, and then came 1978. I joined PG post graduation in MD medicine. I was among the first few candidates of my batch of 180 people, and I found just to share some memories of that time. That there was a how do we used to present our
He was very receptive,
seminars and all that. If you can see this
and I found him a very good human being.
All right, this is Dr.
Besides
Madhok,
dedicated to his work,
lecturer at
he
my
had
time.
extraordinary qualities of organization
डॉक्टर
and
सर आपका ऑडियो भी चल रहा है और रिकॉर्डेड वॉइस भी चल रहा है.
in organizing Science of Life exhibition, which was a roaring success and was inaugurated by the then Union Health Minister, Dr. Karan Singh.
Fine. So, thank you, sir. This was Dr. Madhok, who is a famous cardiologist of Rajasthan, and my MD medicine was, he was lecturer over there during my time. And then came, this is how I did it, 73, I did MBBS, 78, I did MD in general medicine, and 84, I did MD in dermatology. 94, I got a chance to do some fellowship in the United Kingdom. And then under Prod Siksha, I did not lose the interest, and I did do a Master of Business Administration, MBA, in 2009. So never get tired to be studying all these things. 1975, I got my life partner, and she also belonged to my batch, and she stood with me in all struggles of my life. And she was a big support. After doing my first MD in general medicine, I could do the second MD in dermatology only with the help of my wife's this thing. Now I'll tell you something, trials and travails in my life. I'm not. In 1977, I joined as a medical officer. And why I put this photograph over here? That at that time, this Hind Hotel in Chowda Rasta was used to be the Directorate of Medical Health Services when I joined the Directorate of Medical Health Services. And after that, for about 5 years, I acquired experience of many dispensaries, jail dispensary, and medical jurists, doing postmortems, doing all kind of these court evidences and all that, and a variety of experiences. And I was not very much comfortable and in the sense not enjoying these things. So I thought, and there was some training in some this VD got converted into STD, and I got some paper over there, and I went to the this directorate that there is some training at Delhi in STD. Can you tell me which room I have to go and whatever. So the Babu at that time, he just took me outside and took me to this STD PCO. That was the kind of awareness about the STDs at that time. Then I went to Delhi, Safdarjung Hospital for a training in North Zone with Dr. N.C. Bhargav. And after that, I met another Dr. Bhargav.
डॉक्टर दिनेश, मैं जब लंदन से वापस आया तो डिपार्टमेंट में थे और 83 में हमारे यहाँ एमडी कोर्स शुरू हुआ और उसके बाद मैं चूंकि एसटीडी में कॉमनवेल्थ फेलोशिप से लौट के आया था तो हमने एसटीडी डिपार्टमेंट शुरू किया और उसमें एक असेट थे डॉक्टर दिनेश माथुर। इनके इंटरेस्ट भी था एसटीडी में और ये उसके साथ ही काम करने लगे और काफी अच्छा अचीवमेंट किया। डिपार्टमेंट का काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट रहा पूरे कंट्री में, क्योंकि बहुत सारे डिपार्टमेंट नहीं थे और फिर इनका इंटरेस्ट खाली इसी में नहीं था, फिर इनका इंटरेस्ट डेवलप हुआ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में और कॉन्फ्रेंस हमने की यहाँ पे। उससे पहले कई सारे एक्टिविटी शुरू हो गई डिपार्टमेंट की। फिर डिपार्टमेंट के एक्टिविटी जब ज्यादा शुरू हो गई, डिपार्टमेंट नोन हो गया, तो ये सेक्रेटरी जनरल बन गए हमारे IEDVL के और ये फिर पूरे कंट्री में जाने माने चिकित्सक हो गए। हमारे जो कोर्सेज डेवलप हुए तो उसमें फर्स्ट कैंडिडेट थे ये एमडी के और 3 जने थे। बड़ा अच्छा डिपार्टमेंट में इनकी वर्किंग थी, पढ़ाई थी और इंटेलिजेंट थे ये और इनके हाथ बड़े लंबे थे, तो इसीलिए मैंने कहा इनका असेट था डिपार्टमेंट को। और बहुत सारे काम जो करवाने होते थे हमको, वो चाहे डिपार्टमेंट से रिलेटेड हो, चाहे एकेडमिक हो, चाहे ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल हो, चाहे कुछ भी हो, तो उसमें सहयोग पूरा रहता था। तो मैं तो यही कहूँगा कि बड़े अच्छा, खैर पढ़ाई का तो अलग बात है कि डिपार्टमेंट में जो कोर्सेज चलते थे उसमें रेगुलरिटी और काम वाम सब करना वो अलग बात है। उसके बाद जब ये टीचर हो गए तो इन्होंने टीचिंग में भी अपना रोल पूरा अच्छा अदा किया। हमारे इतने सारे कैंडिडेट एमडी के निकले उसके बाद और बड़ा अच्छा वर्किंग मेरे साथ रहा। फिर उसके बाद भी डिपार्टमेंट अच्छा संभाला इन लोगों ने और मैं इनको शुभकामनाएं दूंगा। अपनी अच्छी लाइफ गुजारें, स्वस्थ रहें, खुश रहें, सुखी रहें, बढ़ते रहें।
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for these lovely words. And why I have put this small motorcycle over here, that when the first thing which I remember with Dr. Rishi Bhargav sir was he was a very punctual and he used to come on a motorbike. I'm talking of long back. So just to reminding those things. So, and then I met this Sherlock Holmes kind of person. He was a very important person in my life, Dr. N.K. Mathur sir. And Dr. N.K. Mathur sir,
in the year 1979, I was promoted as professor and got my posting at SMS Medical College, Jaipur. Dr. G.C. Sharma was principal at that time, and he informed me that he has brought me to Jaipur in the hope that I will start post-graduation in dermatology, for which I assured him that I will try my best and will start MD dermatology in shortest period. At that time, skin department was just 1.5 room and with 1 faculty member and 1 CS doctor. Dr. Dinesh Mathur was MD medicine and was serving as CS. On my first interaction with Dinesh, I was impressed by his etiquettes, manners, and pleasant behavior. I found him highly enthusiastic and ready to help. He was the right person to discuss and implement the future plans. Dineshji collected all the information required for inspection of Medical Council of India. We got the full support and blessings of Principal G.C. Sharma, who provided us more space and basic equipment as suggested by us. By now,
Is
we
it
were
audible, sir?
ready for 2 inspections, one
Yes,
by
sir.
MCI and second by University of Rajasthan. Fortunately, all inspectors of MCI as well as university were my teachers. Inspections were very smooth and positive. Dineshji's wife was already collegiate in branch and was lecturer in gynecology. I took the lead and motivated Dineshji for a second MD in dermatology and convinced him that promotions in dermatology will be faster than any specialty and assured him that he will become professor and earlier to his wife. He agreed to my suggestions without any if and but and joined as PG dermatology. With 3 PGs, we started developing a research cell in the department. Dr. Dinesh Mathur took Langerhans cell Langerhans cell in leprosy as his thesis subject, while other 2 PGs, Dr. Mukul and Dr. Bum, engaged in role of zinc as an adjunct in leprosy. Dineshji received the Best Thesis Award of India. He was selected.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And then I got this MD medicine, MD dermatology through Dr. V.N. Sehgal. And
first interaction with Dr.
that was my turning point in my career, and that was selection as an assistant professor of dermatology.
He was a candidate who opted for dermatology as a career.
So this is Dr. Bajaj's voice.
Reflecting his love for the subject. He was articulate, confident, had a good grasp of the subject, and performed very well in the interview.
And another person was Dr. Bhanu Verma, who was there. That was my first presentation in a conference, in dermatology conference. That was in 1983 at Mangalore. And my first international presentation in any of the dermatology conference was in Toronto, 1986. So started looking at the world. Well, many awards and honors which I got. Best Thesis Award, as Dr. N.K. Mathur sir was telling, was on the work of Langerhans cells, because you love the first things which happen in your life. I got the first IADVL Oration was the Full Food Oration Award in a conference, and some Lifetime Achievement Award in Delhi for my working in the HIV/AIDS. Of course, got many of these awards and honors, but probably what I remember that there was a conference which was going on, GADCON probably, and I was not knowing at all, and all my people and Dr. Mahavir Mehta, then Dr. N.K. Mathur, and they all gave me, suddenly when I was honoring them, so suddenly they asked me to sit down over there and put a turban on my head and awarded me. So that was a very lovely moment which I remember. Well, many research projects as a teacher I undertook, but besides that, more than 36 projects which I can remember, which in fact research is essential in a medical teacher's life, and to find out which treatments they work better for the patients, and research can find answers to the things that are unknown. Filling up gaps in knowledge and changing the way of the healthcare professional work, research are very important. I give message to my postgraduates and other youngers to continue the research in their life. Many editorial activities which I must have been involved in the HIV/AIDS, which took me at the height, and in fact, in all these kind of writing skills, they make you strategic planning. They fill up the gaps in your knowledge. There's a tracking of content of the events and gathering inspiration from other things. You start developing team management and improve your scheduling of the things. Well, organizational skills, probably that is one of my biggest hobby, and organization is the ability to be systematic and efficient, and strong organizational skills are demonstrated by planning your time and your workload effectively. Must have done hundreds and hundreds of CMEs, workshops, conferences, and public education program. I can't remember, and I don't have much of these, but at least more than 1,000 important programs I must have organized, which I can remember on my life. Must have given more than 100 each of TV and radio programs for the IEC and community service, because I was the director of project director of AIDS Control Society. That was also a point that I had to take up the specialty like that. Extracurricular activities, they are utmost important in any person's life. Who get involved in extracurricular activities, they meet new people, you meet many other things, and because of their social skills are improved. So people should expand their network, which is also beneficial in finding better career opportunities. So never try to prevent to be in extracurricular activity. I was, as Dr. Bhargav sir was telling, I was Secretary General of our Rajasthan Medical College Teachers Association. I was Secretary General of our National IADVL for almost 4 years. I was National President of CODFI, the National President of Clinical Dermatology Association, Jaipur Dermatology Association, or Jaipur Dermatology Group. We are running it since last many years, which I remember. And as far as the publications, and I didn't find much, but more than 100 publications and more than 500. I have more of oral presentations. So more than 500 presentations. I have got a list of that, which I could speak over in different HIV and dermatology, these things. Now we are running. We are coming out to fill up any gaps. Indian Journal of Clinical Dermatology, which has crossed 2 years of publications, and I am thoroughly impressed with the Ramcharitmanas and other holy books. And there was a dua that Tat Swarg Apbarg Su Dharai Tula Ik Ang Tulan Tahi Sakal Mili Jo Sukh Lav Satsang. In short, it means कि जो उस टाइम के जो ये कहते थे कि साहब जो है ना को आप सारे सुखों के बराबर जो है वो उनसे जो है एक जो सत्संग से जो सुख होता है. And satsang in today's life is probably these kind of conferences. So I'm always interested in these conferences and all these things. So must have attended hundreds of conferences, which I thought that I'll share over here. I do not know. And these are these lanyards. So I just found few of them lanyards and took a photograph just to share with you. Some of the milestones which I remember and I wanted to share this August audience was in 1994. I was there. I have been in this fellowship of HIV/AIDS and in London. This is the Big Ben, which is being shown, and on right hand side is the Heath Hospital where I worked with this. Brian Gazzard was the person who was the top HIV physician at that time, and I got a chance of working with him. Brian Gazzard. Then 2002 in the conferences and all these things. This is on the left. This is the Robert Gallo, who was the first person to report the AIDS cases. Mr. Shatrughan Sinha was the health minister at that time in that conference. So we were there. He was very articulate at that time. And I, being the project director of the AIDS Control Society, did a lot of work in the promotion of prevention of spread of HIV/AIDS. This on the left, you can see Honorable Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, when I organized a film show, Nidan, at that time. I took these kites, taking up the flying of these kites with the Honorable Chief Minister. This was Shabana Ajmi. She came at that time and got all these things. Honorable Vice President Bhairo Singh Ji Shekhawat was involved, and many of these things. So I did a lot of these things. Wanted to tell one more this thing. Sachiv Vaid Guru Teen Jo Priya Bolai Bhayas Raj Dharm Tan Teen Kar Hoi Beg Hinar. I just wanted to give a message to our this thing, that Mantri, Ved or Guru, यदि ये तीनों अप्रसन्नता के भय से या आशा से कोई हित की बात नहीं कह करके उल्टी सीधी बात करते हैं तो राज्य, शरीर और धर्म इन तीन का शीघ्र ही नाश हो जाता है. I didn't want to involve many travails in my life, so I'll not touch upon these. But never ask the God, why me? It should always be, let it try me. So I have always given a God the chance that yes, try me and I'll do the things. I caught a person of 123 years, Miyaji, and took this thing. For 5 years, I did a lot of work in HIV/AIDS, and I brought the first antiretroviral treatment center, free antiretroviral treatment center of Government of India. Just got a some 5 minutes time in the WHO and in the World Bank, this thing, and convince those people to give a free antiretroviral treatment center. Now we have got probably every college and every district hospital has got a ART center over there. So few photographs to be shared. On right hand side, you can see Bernie Ackerman, he came over here in Jaipur, and this was our Golden Jubilee ceremony of Medical College. This is that Brian Gazzard, which I was telling. Brian Gazzard, he came to Mumbai, and that was my first this conference, dermatology oral presentation in New York, 1992. I served as a pro vice chancellor in Rajasthan University of Health Sciences, 2009 to 2011, working as a professor of dermatology, a professor and head here in the skin department, and did all kind of examination works, and that was a very lovely period. And when I learned so many things regarding the postgraduate examinations, all that. So, and got superannuation in 2011, and after that worked for 4 years as a medical superintendent and professor and head of dermatology at Mahatma Gandhi Hospital. Then worked as a director of dermatology department in C.K. Birla Hospital, Jaipur, and a senior consultant of dermatology and Rajasthan Hospital Limited, Jaipur. And now, of late, joined as professor and head of JNU Medical College, Jaipur. And unfortunately, there's a lockdown period and all that. So I would like to finish up because I have been given the time and I can see 2 minutes more. So I just wanted to give message to our youngsters, those who are not born that time, that identify what makes you happy and try to remain happy and make people happy. Compete with yourself only. You will always win. Do not expect everyone to agree with you. Live life according to your beliefs. Give liberally, whether it is a smile or advice or company to or help the chair or money. You must have experienced during Corona pandemic, giving may reduce your assets, but increase your joy and happiness. Increase the sources of your happiness, maybe gardening, singing, playing, exercising. We had made on this Fund Dharma beautiful songs and these things. Limit your desires, forgive and forget. Forgiving your opponents who played dirty will help yourself to make clean. Never try to be vindictive with them. Keep your curiosity always alive. Curiosity keeps mind alive and fertile. Shun hypocrisy. But remember, we are doctors. We remember Hippocratic oath. So, live in the present. Peep into the past only to learn mistakes. Dream for future and you cannot enjoy it until it becomes your present. So, do not postpone what you can do today. Do it today only. So always dream, always be creative, always wherever you do it with heart. Never lose the child in you. Never stop reading. Be a good listener. Do the things you like. Do not wait for the people to go with you, as crowd never reaches on the top. Do not leave people who walked with you in times of difficulty. Do not go with the people who have no vision, and don't ignore a person who wants to do something. Always give him a chance. So, being a doctor, the journey of life is hard enough to break you, but brings along with the best gift of countless blessings and happy smiles, rejuvenating your life from your patients. So, हे प्रभु, वास्तव में परिस्थितियों की विडंबना है कि मेरी जीविका दूसरों की बीमारियों पर निर्भर करती है, लेकिन फिर भी मेरा सौभाग्य है कि आपने मुझे कष्टों का निवारण करने का उत्तम अवसर प्रदान किया है. आपने ये जिम्मेदारी पूरी करने की योग्यता भी प्रदान की. हे प्रभु, मुझे ऐसी शक्ति प्रदान कर कि मैं इस उद्देश्य को पूरी निष्ठा के साथ पूर्ण कर सकूं. वास्तव में आप ही कष्टों के निवारण करते हैं तथा स्रोत हैं।
अरे रोक दो मिनट।
प्रभु मेरे मरीजों को दया दृष्टि बनाए रखें। So just to the last slide of my this thing कि ये जो शतीर है पलकों पे उठा लो यारो, अब कोई ऐसा तरीका भी निकालो यारो, कैसे आकाश में सुराख नहीं हो सकता, एक पत्थर तो तबीयत से उछालो यारो। Thank you very much for listening with me, and thank you very much. Thanks for being to see my swings and twitches in the journey of my life. Thanks a lot, and I'm thankful to the IAD.
Sir, thank you for this enlightening speech, sir. We are very much.
And I made up to the time. Probably I kept the watch with me and the finish up.
Dilip ji, sir, आप तो हमेशा on time है, sir.
Yes, I missed Rajesh Mehta's this thing. Yes, Rajesh is try to speak.
Sir, Dr. Dilip sir, I'm the organizer. Would I have 2 minutes to just have my gratitude in few words? I'm permitted.
So just छोटा कर देना sir, एकदम छोटा please.
Sir. अभी सर की रामचरितमानस की बात सुनी तो इनकी जर्नी देख के लगा जहां सुंदरकांड में लिखा जहां सुमति तह संपत्ति नाना, तो सुमति की धरोहर है और जो शायरी इन्होंने खत्म की, आसमां आगोश में होगा, चाहत की बाहें फैला कर देखो, दिनेश जी सर aimed it and did it. The Urdu couplet stands absolutely true for none other than the stalwart of dermatology, Professor Dr. Dinesh Mathur Sahib, the glittering galaxy in the fraternity of universe. The English proverb is to be rephrased, he is jack of all and he is master of all. You know, my tongue gets stammers and the vocal cord stagnated while speaking my esteemed Guru Dinesh ji sir. It requires hours to be spoken, but I've been permitted few minutes. The story goes down back to my journey, and I think what zeal he has got, what vision he has got, again an Urdu couplet really befits him. Hazaron ख्वाहिशें ऐसी, whether it's PGNA or whether it's Jaipur Dermatology Group, हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी दिनेश जी सर के लिए है कि अभी भी उनकी ख्वाहिशें जिंदा हैं कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले, बहुत निकले मेरे आस अरमा मगर कम निकले. I really bow to my real guru दिनेश जी सर. I really bow sir.
Thank you sir, thank you राजेश सर. और आपकी बात बिल्कुल सही है कि ये हम सूरज को एक दिया दिखाने बराबर बोल रहे हैं, आप भी और हम भी. और दिनेश माथुर सर हमारे यहाँ पे एक सूरज हैं और हम लोग बहुत खुश हैं आपने जो बोला और सर ने जो गाइडेंस दी उसके लिए. नाउ आई विल नॉट टेक मच टाइम एंड विद परमिशन डॉक्टर उमा शंकर सर, कैन आई हैंड ओवर द माइक टू रंजना.
डॉक्टर दिलीप.
यस सर, यस सर. हमें भी एक आधा सेकंड दे दो सर.
अरे सर आपकी तो है, ले सर ले सर.
लीजिए. Just like to say one thing.
Sir.
I am extremely fortunate to be a student of Dr. Dinesh Mathur. He is a stalwart, and जो भी हमने उनसे सीखा है वो हम जीवन भर उनके ऋणी रहेंगे सर. Thank you very much. Thank you.
बिल्कुल सही है सर, बहुत बढ़िया सर.
छावा जी, ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं बोलने वाले और हम आज भी सीख रहे हैं, आज भी सीख रहे हैं.
आप भी कुछ में से
आज भी सीख रहे हैं.
नेवर एंडिंग सर.
Never ending.
Now we all will take you from your
really touched.
And may I request now, with the permission of all the esteemed faculty and guests sitting there, for the new session. Because ये तो दिनेश सर के बारे में बात करते रहेंगे अपन, दिन से रात हो जाएगा और
बिल्कुल
लेट हो जाएंगे मैडम. और हम अपन पर्सनली अपन बुलाता हूँ आप सभी लोग बुलाइए and we'll have the personal meeting and we'll talk about sir.
बिल्कुल.
Thank you very much.
सीखते रहेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir, for everything.
Many thanks to the chairpersons, Dr. U.S. Agarwal sir and Dr. Dilip Kachawa sir, and the awardees, Dr. Kala sir and Dr. Khatri sir. And a special thanks to Dr. Mathur sir for sharing his inspirational and enlivening story with us. Now I would pass the baton to our next session coordinator, Dr. Pradyut.